I'll be honest with you guys. M. Night Shyamalan has made some shit. This is only scraping the bottom of the barrel. This, The Happening, The Village, After Earth, The Last Airbender. All terrible, all sucked. But once in a while, when the quarter moon reaches its fullest, he makes a good movie. And that's why we're here today, to talk about Split. So, Split is the new M. Night Shyamalan movie starring James McAvoy as a multi-personality impaired dude who is able to go from a sweet, kind-talking British lady to a OCD, carefree dude. A little kid that's 9 years old, and a slew of other personalities that are very interesting. So, I can tell you one thing about this movie. It did interest me from the trailers and everything, and going into it seemed a lot different than going out of it, I would say, because it was a very disturbing in ways, and a lot more creepier than his previous films. Although I did feel that the dialogue at times I couldn't really buy, like that scene that you see in the trailer when the main guy James McAvoy, he walks into the car for the first time, and then the one girl's just like, "Excuse me, sir, you believe you have the wrong car." Just makes me think that isn't really realistic and everything, and no one would really just say that when someone walks into your car. But stupid teenage girls anyway. Happens. And then the whole subplot, this movie goes into different ones. You see like one with the doctor, and then the other with the three girls in the basement locked with Kevin, and then the other with this flashback that shows Casey with her uncle and her father, and how her father died of some sort of heart attack, and then her uncle, I guess, abused her physically over the years, which is the reason why she has those scars towards the end of the movie. But the whole idea of this dissociative identity disorder really fascinated me, which is why I think Shyamalan uses this movie as sort of like a callback to, I think, Hitchcock's Psycho in a way. Because just like how that movie focuses on like the split personality of Norman Bates, and this one goes through 23, possibly like 24 different personalities, it kind of reminds me of that. How he uses that persona of like the nice guy and then the murderous killer in a way, even though this version isn't really so much of a killer at first, more of like a guarded personality, like they're trying to protect the actual person living inside them. And we don't even get to really see who that real person is until towards the end of the film, and it's at that one point where he's just like, okay, yeah, you need to put me down. Okay, you need to kill me. Okay, because this cannot happen. I cannot keep like kidnapping girls and making them dance naked for me or something like that, which is really freaky when you think about it. But I mean, it's really fascinating also. And then that whole ending scene where it ties into Unbreakable. I mean, I was just sitting in this theater like, okay, that is really interesting. Really makes me want to go and watch that movie now. Because going into this, I had not seen Unbreakable, and now after seeing this movie, it makes me actually want to watch Unbreakable just to see how Bruce Willis's character will fall into this whole. I guess it would be a sort of trilogy if they decide to make another one after this movie, maybe. Who knows? Time will tell. But I mean, just the way that Shyamalan made this movie. I say Hitchcock because Shyamalan compares himself to Hitchcock in so many ways in his films. How he uses how he does thrillers and how he cameos in his films. Like he did in this one, he played a like a Hooters guy. Thank God he didn't give himself a bigger role, and that he only gave himself this role. Okay, just a minor role is the only thing you need to give yourself, M. Night. Okay, we don't need to need to experience your acting. Okay, we got plenty of that in Lady in the Water, and it was top notch. No, it wasn't. It sucked. So yeah, but James McAvoy did probably the best job that I've seen him in. I mean, to see him go as Professor X to this creepy dude is really, really scary and frightening, but also good because it opens up his acting career to more promising turns. So I will definitely give this movie a solid 9.5 out of 10. I mean, it's not the perfect movie. Like all movies, it has its flaws, but for what it was,